Hey everybody, D here at Daily Gaming, back with more Monster Hunter World, and in this episode I'm going to show off where to get the, where to unlock the next couple or the last two camps, and how to get the Flashfly cage, because you can pretty much do all of them in one go. Now this is directly after hunting the Kuluyaku. Like I haven't left or anything like that. I literally fast traveled back to the starting camp and I ran over here, because this is where you meet the grim-looking guy. Because from here, from right there, you can instantly get right into all of it. So, you just come down here, gather up these mushroom colony. I'm still trying to farm out those ingredients. And get a couple extra research points. You're just going to keep following this path. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, these there's a couple different ways you can go from here. You can jump down and run up there. You can climb those vines, climb these vines. But something you want to keep out for and make note of and remember is these guys, these Wedge Beetles. They help you get around much faster. You aim at them with L2, press circle, and you can swing on them. And see, instead of having to run down there, then up here, or climb those vines, I was able to skip all of it and just jump right up here. Very, very useful. Some areas have a bunch of them all stacked up like almost on top of each other, and it lets you just zip around really, really fast. It's very nice. Anyways, once you do that, just want to keep heading north. So keep on sprinting, keep on sprinting. Of course, gathering resources and stuff that you see as you go. Alright, now we're going to start heading off to the east. I think I went too far up. Yeah, I went too far up. But it's no big deal. If you look at the map, you see a tiny little thing off by itself. What footprints? Oh, there they are. What is that? Anjanath? Oh, no, wait, that's not Anjanath. I don't know who that is. Oh, it might be a Rathlos. That'll be fun. Are you looking for this little spot right here? This is the third camp you can get. Now, the camp doesn't just spawn in. You have to complete a delivery for it.
Let's ask the head honchos.
You have to complete a delivery for it. It's going to be something like gathering some pelt or some scale, and that's about it. Now, once you find it, you want to turn back around. Another way to get to this...
We can use the map to go home whenever you're ready.
Another way to access this is if you it's right around here is where the third camp or the second camp you just opened up access to. Oh wait, yeah, it's somewhere like right here. From there you can jump out and sprint up and just come around. Whoops, that went too fast. And sprint. I'm sorry. You can spawn in, jump out of there, run up here, and then sprint off over this way, and it'll take you right to it as well. Now, once you've done that, what you're looking for is this big wall right here, because we need to start climbing. More footprints. I think that's a Rathalos. There's Anjanath.
Hey, partner!
I heard something scream, and it wasn't the Anjanath. And I'm getting mystery footprints, so there's something new, and I think the only other thing that spawns in at this point is a Rathalos. Which, if you come across a Rathalos, run. He is a lot... The Anjanath is dangerous for you at this point. The Rathalos is even more dangerous than the Anjanath is. I might be able to take him, because a Rathalos is somewhat important for one of my weapons. One of the best weapons you can get with a charge blade. You have to get through the Rathalos, so I fought him a lot, so I know his moveset a lot, and he's not that big of a deal. But even then, it would still be very difficult for me at this point. Here's where I remember it gets a little hazy. I think you want to take this path. Get this flash bug. I think you want to take this one. The point is that you mainly just want to keep going up. You want to go up, 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 and up. I think this was right. Yep. Because we're looking for the Grimmelkin. Now, you don't need to max out your doodles to find the Grimalkins. It just makes it a bit easier. No, this takes me up to the Rathalos. Yeah, it was the other direction. Okay. So, yeah, once you get up to this ledge, yeah, you wanted to go this way. Ooh, Millberry. Need that. It's very important. Thunderbug. That lets me craft thunder traps. And I think I'm actually behind him at this point. So you need to go off to the left. There he is. You just need to follow this dude. You gotta be careful because you can easily get in front of him, and if you do, he'll stop. And so if you're sprinting too fast, you'll lose sight of him, and then you gotta stop and backtrack. But if you go too slow, you lose sight of him. You're not sure which direction he went. He does stop and wait for you if you get too far behind, but it's just a matter of, okay, which way did he go? He's a little dude and all this crap. You just need to keep following him, that's all. And this will lead us to the 4th and final camp as well. Which is right here. This is a very important campsite. You want to get this one as soon as you can. Well, not as soon as you can, but you do want to get it. You have to fight an Anjanath. You need an Anjanath pelt to get unlock it. Sprint. Why aren't you sprinting? I was gonna say, why aren't you moving? Okay, yeah, he's above me. I wasn't sure if he had gone up yet or not. And here we are. Hey, how'd you follow me? You guys are nimble. That's impressive. We want to work together. What? Well, here you go. Here's how to scream at Jagras. So, now we got a new Palico gadget, the Flashfly cage. I haven't really talked about much about what the Vigor Wasp one does, but the Vigor Wasp one, it just heals you. Lets you put up healing stations and stuff like that. He'll fly over in the middle of a fight and hit you with the Vigor Wasp. That'll heal you. I'm not a big fan of it because I feel like he always uses them at very bad timing. The AI isn't good. So up until I get another one that I want, I pretty much just leave it on because it's better than the other option. But I don't really like it. Now the other big thing we've got with following him is the Tail Raider. Before you find them, you can have people join up with you. You can find other creatures running around, and or other Palicos, and sometimes they'll join up with you. But now that we've befriended him, we can actually get Jagras to help us. I'll show that off here in a second. Here's a flower bed, and another item you want to gather for the canteen. And I think he's got another item over here. Yeah. So, we can actually get a good-sized party, because it's me, my Palico, and now we have this Trap Whiz. Oh, it started snowing. It's been raining all morning, and we were supposed to get snow, but now it just turned into snow. We're going to fast travel back down to the base camp. The Trap Whiz, he will fast travel with you. If you have a Tail Raider with you, they will not. If you fast travel, you lose them. Now, one of the reasons we came back to camp is you see grumpiness. Now, my Palico now has something he wants to say to me, so you got to talk to him. Remember the bug trappers? They taught me how to talk to the other animals. Leave your Palico behind? No, because that's stupid. Talk to him again. You got to talk to him twice for it to actually kick in. And there we go. So now we can use the Tail Raider Safari, and he can call Jagras to fight with us. So let's go find a couple Jagras real quick, just to show it off. The Tail Raider. Oh, it was also, I'm sorry, the last item we got was the Raider Rider. If we want, look at that. Jagras have just appeared. You can mount them, control them, You can speed him up, slow him down, but he just goes on his own. If you don't give him any point, he'll just walk around to anything in the area that can be gathered and let you gather it. So, but if I want to, I can pull up my map and select the Anjanath. And now he's gonna take me straight to the Anjanath. This is a nice little way to get around while you're on them. You can do stuff like sharpen your weapon. You can heal and stuff like that. If you played Monster Hunter World, it's the same mechanic. It's just that you can't control them. If you ever want to get off, you just like press X or whatever. You get off, and he's done. Now the actual thing I was trying to do was show off the tail raiders. Because, you see, he just kind of runs off. He's not actually going in the same direction as me. He's just trying to despawn. Oh, I didn't hold it. That was stupid. Now, whether I actually befriend one of these Jagras is a bit hit and miss. Come on, where you at, Palico? Talk to him. Do I have to be in combat with? Yep, you see there he goes. He's talking to this one right here. Yeah, sometimes he'll do it, sometimes he won't. You can't force him to do it. It's weird. But that Jagras is now part of our party, and it's really cool because your Palico can actually mount him, or can actually ride him, and you can do special attacks. Some of those attacks are very powerful. I've seen my Palico riding a Kestodon and headbutt a Diablos mid-charge and take him down. Doesn't do it a lot, but he can do it. But there we go. So you just got access to a bunch of new things. All things you can get just in this one expedition. These series of expedition episodes are going to be fairly long. Or altogether, they're fairly long because there's a lot to show off. So, but once you go on your first expedition, those are the things you want to aim for. You want to aim for the Grimlikin, and so you can get a new gadget and a new and access to the tail rider, and so you can open up new camps. So let's go ahead and
that takes care of the mission.
Head on back to Astera.
Go home whenever you're ready.
Because now I want to show off turning in those deliveries real quick as part of this episode. And of course, once you return, it goes through the normal stuff. So you can see after hunting the Kuluyaku and the Jagras, this is all I got. Like, yeah, you don't get a lot of resources at all. You don't get any money, and you get research points, but only because of the things you did while you were out there. Yeah, so yeah, I got almost 1,000 research points, but that's because of what I did when I was out there. It wasn't because of anything else. And now your tail raider is actually, well, let's start leveling up. You want to get the tail raider up fairly high. I think it's up to level 10? 10? Maybe 7. It's an odd number, I think. So I want to say it's 7, but it's so random that I think it might be 10. I don't know. But the point of it is that as you increase their level, they get new attacks. They get new. They become more powerful. They also get more health. And there's 2 different tail raider categories. There's the bug trap. There's the Grimlikins, and then there's the actual creatures. So the tail raider monster is, the Jagras, and the tail raider bug trapper is the Grimlikins. If you get the bug trapper, if you get the Grimlikins up to a high level, once you reach master rank, you unlock treasure hunts. And I think that for the most part, it's not that big of a deal. They give you some clues, and you need to go to a certain location to find an item. But I think the individual items aren't that good. But I think once you complete the actual quest, you get like a special item. But even then, it might not be that big of a deal. Like, it's just an item you get. You're like, okay. Like, it's just a random thing they added in for the game. I could be wrong. It could be a much bigger reward than what I realized, but I'm pretty sure it's not. There we go. That's all done. We even got a new ingredient from the mushroom colony, the Excite Shroom cap. Man, it's snowing pretty hard. Maryland weather. Freaking insane. It's literally been like the mornings have been cold. There's been like frost on the cars and stuff, but like come the afternoon, it feels like it's 70 degrees. It's not. It's like probably like high 50s, low 60s. But you know, after all the cold weather. So there we go. Completed the camp. We got bounties to turn in.
Just for you.
Oh, she actually has a mission. Teach you about crafting. Make a mega potion, which we already have. So that's another delivery mission. You just need to talk to them, and it automatically turns them in. So turning in all these bounties, we get new ingredients. We get rewards from the other bounties. Completed more of these than I realized. Yeah, I did all but the 12 bone pile. Wow. Complete deliveries. So it has all pending and done. It's pretty self-explanatory. I haven't completed any, so I can't do them yet. But like this, setting up camp in the ancient forest. This is actually for the 3rd campsite. So all you need is iron ore and ancient bone. I have those. So there we go. We now have 3 camps. This is for the 4th and final campsite. You need an Anjanath pelt and a monster bone large. You can get the Anjanath pelt fairly early, because I believe if you're really, really lucky, he can just drop the pelt. No, he can't. I'm thinking of the scale for the defender weapon. You need to, if you're using the defender weapon and you want to get rank 2, you need an Anjanath scale. If you're really lucky, when you're gathering up their tracks, sometimes they'll drop a scale. So you can get that scale just from gathering the tracks without even having to fight the Anjanath, and you can upgrade it. And this last one, it's a new. This one she just gave to me. Turn in a potion. There we go. We just got a new ingredient. So this one's not going to get done until much later, but that's fine. Don't need to worry about it right now. So, in the course, now that we're done, here we go. The red ones are hunt ones, hunt and capture. So, like I said, you want to do these because you're going to be doing them anyways. Look at that. Large monster capture. We'll get to that soon, so it's not a big deal. Small monster culling. Typically, I don't do this one, but we need to cull some small monsters for items, so we'll be doing it. And then, typically, I only do honey or mining outcrops. The bugs are much harder to see. They're easier to miss, so I typically don't do them, because even something like gathering 3 can take a while. But we'll do, so instead we'll do the honey and the mining outcrops, because they're much easier to find. So it's much easier to get done. And to show off, I did an episode talking about the ecological research and investigations. To show it off, while we were out there on the hunt, we increased our levels. So we need to come back and actually talk to him to increase our levels. But while we were out there, we also opened up investigations. So now we can come talk to them. Manage investigations. And you can see we got a couple investigations. Like I said, investigations are the main way you're going to that and through events. But as you just track monsters, as you hunt them, as you capture them, you'll unlock more investigations. Once you get your ecological research level really high, it's very easy to get investigations. With my main character, like the Great Jagras is maxed out, so if I want to get a Great Jagras investigation, I just need to go on an expedition with the Great Jagras, gather 1 or 2 footprints, and I'll unlock like 3 investigations for them. And as you can see, we have a bunch of Great Jagras investigations. They had different requirements, or they had different counts. So each of these investigations you can only do so many times. And that's where the yellow number on the right side comes from. This one you can do 5 times, 8 times, 5, 8, 3, and 3. Of course, the star with the 2 next to it is the difficulty. And of course, the middle part is saying what it is. And if you look at the middle of the screen, that's when it goes over your rewards. This one, you get 2,340 zenny, you have 50 minutes. This one, the same amount of money, but you only have 30 minutes, but it has extra rewards, a silver, and a yellow, or a gold. With the Great Jagras, you're never going to get really good rewards. So what the tier of the reward is doesn't matter. And also, a gold reward does not guarantee you a high rank item. I've done these investigations, and I've gotten nothing but claws for the rewards. Like it's completely RNG. All this means is that you have a higher chance of getting extra rewards or a higher chance of getting a special reward. You are not guaranteed to get one. So because you have a higher chance, that's why you do it. Not because you're guaranteed, but because you have a higher chance of it. Now to actually do the investigations, you have to actually select it. You see now it's checked. Now if you go to a quest board or to the handler, now the investigations option is selectable, and there's that mission. Capture a Great Jagras, that's the one I picked. So now you can select it, and you go through it like normal. So you actually do it. So that will wrap up investigations. And the last thing I'm going to do, a couple people want to talk to us. We'll save that to the next. Now I'll go ahead and do it now, just in case. Just to get the next mission rolling.
Done well.
Nice work. Now we need to go hunt
the ones to get it done.
the Pukey
The
Pukey.
fifth has an urgent mission. Partner, you'd better come see me.
Hey there.
So now we need to go hunt the Pukey Pukey. That's the next mission. But first, we'll up to camp, or to the workshop, because we should be able to craft new armor and new weapons. We're always going to end the episode with checking out the armor and weapons of a new hunt. Is it my bone? Yeah. Here we go. The Great Jagras. Much better. Higher sharpness and higher damage. And I think it looks cooler. Equip now. Yes. So we've already unlocked the next tier. Where we can get a peek at the next tier. We can't actually do anything with it. The Great Jagras, we're not going to be able to level up again for a little while. But we still have plenty of other weapons to craft and get to. So it's fun. It's fine. But for armor, after we now unlocked the Kuluyaku set, that's what it looks like. Like I said, it has a, I think it's, okay, at this tier, at low rank, it doesn't have that big of an emphasis on Critical Eye. Critical Eye is useful if I had the resources. Oh, I need Wing Drake Hide. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and craft that. But the most important one that you really want to craft is the Pro Transporter. You don't want to equip it yet, but it's going to help. It's critical, not critical, but it's very, very helpful for other missions. So we'll use that later. Item Prolonger is a decent skill. Fire Resistance is useful for the Anjanath and the other and the Rathian. Excuse me, for Anjanath, Rathian, and Rathalos. Stamina Surge, that's okay, only if your weapon uses a lot of stamina. Most weapons don't use stamina, some of them do, so Stamina Surge will help with those. Item Prolonger, at this point, not that useful because you're not using a lot of items. You don't have a lot of items to use, so it's not going to be that beneficial. The most important, the biggest one is the Critical Eye. So I'll probably go out and hunt a Kuluyaku just so I can make these pants. So I can get that boost to affinity. Now it's not much, it's only 5%, but with the Kestodon gloves, if I slide down a hill, that's now 35%, which is a pretty good boost to my affinity. But that's gonna wrap up this episode. I hope you really find. I hope that was helpful and you found it useful. That last camp is very important for a later mission. There's a mission that a lot of people have a hard time with when it comes to delivering the wyvern eggs. I'll get to that later once it finally comes up, but a lot of people struggle with that mission, and it's a very easy mission. They just don't have all the information to make it easy, so they just kind of beat beat their heads against the wall, making it harder. But thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.